Hello, I'm Richard Perry from the Eastern region. We're over here in Kent today, and we're meeting with some residents of Chatham in Kent who've got a problem with Roma gypsies. So they've kept their face from the camera because they're scared of persecution, but we're bringing the story out to you. So Steve, can you tell us about what's been happening down your street?
Well, we generally get plenty of antisocial behaviour.
Yeah.
Generally from after school till late at night, and then on weekends it's all just loud music on phones, people people just hanging around, leaning all over cars, damaging property, damaging cars. I've had 3 cars now that have been scratched.
Yeah.
There's a woman down the road, they actually took her wheel nuts off her car.
Yeah.
And she drove off and the wheel nearly fell off. That kind of thing.
And these are Roma gypsies that are living here. Are those? Is it one family, 2 families?
There's quite a lot of families, large families, and they all have various houses along the street. Say there's the Roma gypsies, Slovakians, and normal Slovakians as well, that just come over.
So obviously you're unhappy with the antisocial behaviour. Have you reported any of these activities, say to the police or to your local councillor? Or
Yep, it's been reported. Mainly my wife, she phones the police about it, and you're phoning up twice, 3. Sometimes you can phone up every night of the week, and you get we'll be out in the hour or 4 hours, and no one comes out.
Right.
With regards to the council, we've had various meetings, and they promise us that they're going to do something, and then a few weeks later we get a call or an email saying there's nothing that can be done.
Nothing that can be done.
But I'm pretty sure there is something that can be done.
So how's this affected your wife's health? Because you're a newlywed and you should be having lots of early nights, I would imagine. And
well, I work nights anyway, so
Yeah.
we rarely see each other, but when we do, it's just misery really because of what goes on outside. And she's stressed, she's having counselling. She had like 10 sessions of counselling for stress, and now she's in the process of trying to get some more counselling.
Right.
All because of what happens. You know, it gets to the point where I don't want to go to work of a night because I want to be at home looking after her.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't have to feel like that.
No. So I hear there's drug dealers in the street. Surely the police would have arrested them within 5 minutes flat.
Well, yeah, they do it quite openly in front of you. You phone it in, nothing ever seems to come of it because they're back out there again a few days later.
Right. So isn't there any parks for these Roma gypsies to go and play in? Do they play in the parks?
No, there's a park at the top of the hill across from my house. There's a football pitch. There's another park just around the corner. But no, they all seem to think it's okay to stand outside my house, looking through my doors, looking through my windows, generally making a nuisance of themselves.
So it's got to be said that you've got a cottage-style house, so your front door, I've just seen out there, goes onto the street, and they put their face right up to your front door, look through, and daub things on your...
I've got graffiti all over the front of the house.
In Slovakian?
Well, I can't. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably. Okay. And I hear there's a lot of spitting.
Yeah. All you ever hear is people like
retching up. Yeah.
And you step out of your house and you know there it is on the floor in front of you. It's really disgusting. We've had people urinate up the front of the house.
Yeah.
You know, in actual fact, we inherited a cat that was put down the cellar cover outside our house.
Yeah.
Poor thing was trapped. So we took it and then we kept it now.
Oh. And I hear you spoke to the police and they've basically poo-pooed a lot of your...
Well, I was told about 2 months ago, someone kicked a football at the door and I told them could they go away, and then I sat on the sofa and I could see this football coming from about 30 foot up in the air, smack straight onto the window. So I went out and went, "Oh, I told you to go away, didn't I?" And this lad, he just went into one, started ripping off his shirt. Come on in, I'm going to kick the crap out of you in front of your wife and kids and all that. And I was just like, right, whatever. I was just going to go back in. And my wife's on the phone, called 999, and nobody came out. Got a phone call, is everything alright now? And then they come out the following day. And when they was round...
This is from a 999
yeah,
call, yeah.
When they was round the following day, they went, oh, it's only going to get worse, which fills you with lots of confidence. So, yeah, I've lost all faith in the police and the council.
Right. So just to state, you've bought your own house.
Yep.
You and your wife, you both work.
Yep.
You're not bleeding the system dry.
No.
You pay your tax, your council tax, you
Yep.
pay all your bills. You're decent citizens and you've been treated like dirt.
Yep.
And you've reached out to your councillors, your local Labour councillors, your police and anyone who will listen, and you've been told things like it's their culture.
Yep.
Leave them alone, it's their culture. So
Pretty much.
you're being made to feel like you're a racist.
Yeah,
Is that correct?
That's the way it comes across.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Now with Bert, who lives in the same street, and we're carrying on about the interviewing Bert about the Roma Gypsies that live here. So would you mind telling me how old you are, Bert?
73.
73.
Yep.
So you're a 73-year-old gentleman, and you've lived in this street all your life.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Correct.
And what's happened to make this street a place where you no longer want to live?
All the foreign immigrants.
Immigrants,
Yeah.
like the Roma Gypsies.
Roman gypsies, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you haven't had problems with your Polish neighbours. You've got Polish
No,
neighbours.
we've got Polish neighbours, we get on with them very
You
well.
get on very well. But it's the Roma Gypsies and their culture that's causing
All the trouble and the friction.
friction, yeah. So I hear you've had some damage to your car.
Yes, it's been scratched several times, mirror broken.
Mirror broken, scratched several times.
Yes.
Okay. So have you reported these incidents to the police?
Well, it got to a point, no, because nothing's ever done.
Nothing's ever done. And I hear you, as a 73-year-old man, you've had threats to kill against you
Yes, yeah,
from the Roma Gypsies.
yeah. And about 2 years ago, wife and myself's come along the road, and some 14, we say 14 to 15 year olds, I'm not sure just how old
Yeah.
they was, come up, grabbed me by my collar,
Yeah.
and they turned around, can you swear?
Yeah.
Right, because they said, this is our fucking country now, and in time you will do as we fucking will tell you.
Yeah.
That is gospel.
Yeah. That's what they've said to you. And
Yes.
for what reason?
No idea.
No idea.
No.
Right. Just marking your card
Yep.
that it's no longer your country, it's theirs, and you've
Yeah.
got to be quiet.
Yeah, and in time you will do as we tell you.
So you've worked all your life.
Yeah.
So you've paid into your system all your life.
No, yes.
Yeah. You bought your own home.
Yeah.
You're not on benefits.
Touch
No.
wood, no.
Touch wood. So you've led a decent life, haven't you, Bert?
Yes.
And
No,
now, and now, in your later years of your life, you're going through hell down this street.
Yeah, not many. I'm a foreigner in my own country.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, I've spoke to the other neighbours and they're all saying the same thing. Okay then, thank you. Okay, now we've got the third resident from the street, a lady who was originally from Essex, God bless you, and now you're living here in Kent, and apparently you've lived in this street for how many years?
49.
49 years. And you own your own house?
Yes.
You've worked all your life?
Yes.
You're retired now and
I worked up until I was 70.
Did you really?
Yes. My friend and I, we had our own business for 15 years from 1986. We were print finishers. And because of computers and so forth coming out, the printers we worked for, they didn't have the work to pass on to us because we were purely hand finishers. So we decided to give it up, and then I went down to help down the local school as a mid-time meal supervisor. I went there to help out for a few months, and I was there 10 years.
So you've worked hard all your life, and you deserve a nice,
Now,
relaxing
yes,
retirement.
That's right.
But what seems to be the problem? What's stopping you relax?
It's of an evening, you get all these gypsies, Slovakian gypsies I believe they are, and they're outside your house playing loud music on their phones, dancing and laughing, making a hell of a noise, sitting on your car. The other night we had 7 sitting on the front of our car, but we're so frightened to go out and say anything because you don't know what's going to happen to your car and property afterwards, because they've got no respect.
So you're intimidated.
That's right.
Yeah. So what would you say to the politicians that would call you a racist for speaking out against this behaviour?
I'm not a racist because I've worked in a school with all different nationalities of children. We've got a granddaughter that's got a partner who is South African.
Yep.
Or Jamaican, I think he is, not South African. And we're fine. We have lovely Polish neighbours.
Yep.
They have been in the street for about 6 months. They're fed up with all what's going on round here.
Yep.
And they're moving out next month. I said we've had this, 2 or 3 times we've had some nice neighbours one side of us, and they don't last long because they all get tarred with the same brush.
Yeah.
Basically.
So what else? What else could you tell me about the street?
We have got a few nice neighbours. There's not many of the old English type that are about in the street now. I think my husband is one of the oldest residents.
Yeah.
We have another one along the road. He's in his 90s now. Lives with his daughter. Obviously, he's lived there a bit longer than what I have, and a bit longer than what my husband has. Yeah. But apart from that, we don't know many other people in the street because they don't integrate.
No.
We feel that, when they come over here, they should respect the way we live. Yeah. Not spit all over the floor. No. Not wheel up people's walls. No. And they drink cans of drink, and you often find them on your windowsill or on the top of the car the next morning. All the empties.
And today I've turned up and there was a crime scene across the road, an area taped off. Do you know anything about that?
No, I know when I went up to bed about 11:45 last night, I was drawing my curtains and I saw a police car pull up. So I just watched to see what was happening. Policeman got out and walked along the road, and I shut the curtains, and a few minutes later I heard another car. So I thought, well, I'll check to see what's happening, and it was another police car. And a few minutes after that they taped off the area that goes up to the little park. But what actually happened up there, I don't know.
So there was an incident, and you were so used to these incidents going on that you just close your curtains
That's right.
and mind your own business
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
you're
Oh, we're frightened to go out and speak to them now.
you're frightened, you're
Because of the way-
intimidated.
yeah. Yeah. I mean, you can see I'm talking to you now and I'm shaking.
Shaking with
It's-
rage.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Rage and nerves.
Yeah. Well, you've got a Labour councillor. What's he done for you? Is he
Nothing.
No. About as much use as a chocolate fire. God.
Yes.
Yeah. That's about
I
it.
mean, you call the police and they say, "Oh, we'll be up in an hour."
Mm.
That's no good. By the time they get up here, they're
No.
gone. And when they do finally arrive, if there's any of them hanging about doing silly things, they send them off up the park, go off, and then they come back about 10 minutes later. The youths and that.
Yeah.
We're getting an awful lot of girls this time. Usually it's mostly boys, but there is a mixture, and most of them are girls at the moment. But you get rid of one lot, and then within a few months another lot come in. So you're trying to tell the lot that's here now how to respect people in the area, because they don't actually live in the area, most of them.
Yeah.
And maybe you get through to some of them, maybe you don't, but time it's sorted out, they go and another lot come in. So you've got it all starting again. And this has been like it for nearly 5 years now.
Nearly 5 years.
Yeah, we have had over the 5 years 2 ASBOs on the street. One was for a month, and that worked fine. It was lovely. No noise outside of a night time. You could sleep with your window open in the summer. And the other one was for 2 months. That was a December one. I said, but we pray for bad weather of a night time,
Yeah.
because we don't get them hanging about there then.
Well, you better pray for some British National Party councillors, because we'll sort these problems out for you.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't usually bother to vote because I've got no respect for either Labour or Conservative councillors. But I will start voting.
Good. So, back here in Essex, after doing the interviews in Chatham, Kent, I have to say I was touched by that, what they were going through. It really upset me. Those residents were shaking today. The elderly residents were shaking. It's not on. It's absolutely not on. We need to help these people. We need to get active in Kent again. We need to win seats back in this area, because we're the only party that's listening to these people. You heard from them direct that the Labour Party are not interested. So if you'd like to get involved and get active to help these people, please get in touch via the BNP website. Send us an email or telephone us, or if you'd like to send a donation, it will all help. Thank you.